Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you as always for everybody showing love and support on all the videos. Seeing a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of subscribers, and the channel is growing very fast. So thank you guys so much. I read every comment, and I do try to implement what you guys are suggesting. So if you guys like what you see, if you guys have something specific you guys want to see, be sure to comment down below, because I checked them all out. So today we're going to be driving, my Model 3, running Hardware 3, running FSD 12.6.4. I still see a lot of you guys saying version 14 Lite is supposed to be available this month in May or June. I don't really know. I still haven't updated my Tesla, so I really got to get on that. So I'm gonna see if version 14 actually exists for Hardware 3, because for the longest time I really thought that we were abandoned and Hardware 3 was going to be stuck on version 12 for a long time. So yeah, let me know if you guys have Hardware 3 and you guys have some sort of version 14 Lite or whatever they're calling it. But right now we're going to be checking out version 12.6.4. So keeps a very good distance behind the car in front. We almost have no issue with following distance. There's nowhere you could like adjust it, which I guess kind of sucks, because maybe some people like following closely, maybe some people like following even further back. But in FSD it's kind of like automatic. It follows however. There's a bug in the car. I do not want to kill this bug. I don't know if you guys saw that bug. It's right there. I am not a fan of bugs. But I guess, since it's like a woody area, we'll try getting it out. Oh shit, ew. There's no way I just killed it. I think I might have just killed it by accident. I did not mean to do that. I'm not a murderer. I usually don't kill bugs. I usually try to just relocate them. But I guess I'm a murderer for today. Damn. Anyways, a lot of you guys were asking about like Smart Summon and stuff, and whether or not I use it, or like what's my experience with it. And honestly, I use it a lot as like something to show off to like, any people that ride with me that haven't seen it, because it is cool. It is a very cool feature. I don't know if it really makes my life a lot easier. Maybe for a lot of elderly folks that that have trouble walking, it could be it can make their lives a lot easier by calling the car, because it could stress out like your joints or something walking to the car. But for me personally, I like walking. I like parking my car very far and walking, just because I don't want like door dings and stuff. I've always had issues with that with other cars. Anytime I would park next to other cars, I would always get door dings. So it's just city things. People just are in a rush. They just they don't really care. They just open the door, or maybe they do care and they just open the door and like the wind blew it, or like their kids are opening the door and stuff. But yeah, personally I don't really use it to make my life easier. If anything, it low-key kind of makes my life a little stressful, because I'm still responsible for the car, even though it's driving by itself and nobody in it. If Tesla took on that responsibility, like say if anything happened during FSD, and Tesla would be liable for that, it's just I don't want to be in that situation where something does go wrong with Smart Summon. So in busier areas, I don't really use it. I haven't really tested it, but if you guys really want, if this video, you know, gets like maybe 20 likes or something, I'll try to do some of that, some of Smart Summon videos. So yeah, the like goal for this video is gonna be 20 likes. We've been getting like 10 likes around that for every video, so let's go for 20 likes, guys. The car is always just so centered. We've been following this Hyundai for a while, and it does not want to get close to it, which is really nice. It's also speeding just a little bit, so I'm going to drop the speed down. You can adjust the speed by scrolling with this scroll over here, the right scroll. The left scroll is the volume. I really like how Tesla has just these two scroll thingies here, because some steering wheels nowadays it just has a lot of buttons, and I'm not a fan of a lot of buttons. Like, obviously you could get used to it, and you know, it doesn't really matter after, you know, a few months of use. But you know, it's just nice that Tesla, for these older vehicles, like, it's just very easy to use. I have no complaints. So yeah, if you're speeding, you could just drop the speed with the right stick or the right scroll. And if you know, you want to never let it speed, you could just go into the settings and change the speed offset so it doesn't speed. But yeah, right now it's performing very well. It's performing exactly how I honestly want, and probably how I would drive in real life, or drive personally. And it slows down too. It's not like getting up, you know, it's not tailgating, it's not braking aggressively, it's just slowly smoothly braking. And then now we're going into the right turn lane, because we're going to make a right at this street. Turns on its signal, gets into the lane very well, stays centered, and it takes the corner. No complaints there. It always takes like right turns pretty well. It's usually tighter or low visibility right turns where it would struggle, but in this situation, especially these kinds of roads, if you are on roads that are more open, more easily visible like this, instead of more like super downtown, complicated, tight, like gridlock situations, like the Tesla would perform very well in these situations, like FSD. Maybe the newer Teslas are different. When I do get a new Tesla eventually, whenever that is, I will definitely try out the new FSD and see the comparison. So like and subscribe, guys, so hopefully I could afford that one day. I would totally get a Cybertruck though. Like, as weird and like ugly as those cars are, like, you know, it's very controversial. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I would totally buy one. I don't know if I would buy one new though. Like, I would buy probably a used one for hopefully a good deal. And yeah, I don't know if that uses like the same kind of FSD as this car, because, you know, it is a bigger vehicle. It also, I think it does like all the wheels could turn, like it does the... This Ford really needs to be somewhere. It is literally almost running the red, but it accelerates really smoothly from the intersection. And now we're keeping a very good following distance from the Ford, and it is just cruising along with the cars that it's near. Also, guys, if you want to check out some of the links in the description, it'll help support the channel. some Tesla accessories. I recommend the screen protector, because if you guys get a new Tesla, you guys really need to put on a screen protector, because you're always touching the screen and sometimes stuff could spill, and it's just very beneficial. So yeah, if you guys want to see more videos like this one, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out some of the playlists I made. I have one long form playlist and one short form playlist. Comment down below what you guys want to see, what you guys like, and if you guys are considering a Tesla or you're considering FSD, like what's holding you back, what are some questions you have, because a lot of reviewers will answer the comments as well. I'll prefer to answer them in a video so I could give a much more in-depth, and you can see how I feel actually about it instead of just reading some words. So yeah, and also if you guys have FSD or drive a Tesla, check out some of the comments, answer anybody's questions if you guys want to share your opinions on your use, because my FSD experience might be different from other people's. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.